with that, our overview of warming herbs, let's talk some herbs. So I'm going to be sharing a lot of herbs with you here that you likely are already familiar with, and actually probably already have them in your kitchen right now, because a lot of these herbs are common spices that have fantastic flavor for your food, but also have notable medicinal effects, predominantly aiding in digestion of the food that you're eating and putting those herbs on. So some of my favorites here would be black pepper. I am a huge fan of black pepper. I didn't used to be, actually, but I'm a really big fan of it these days, specifically on food. I'm going to go through a list of some herbs that are easily incorporated into your food. One of the things that I like about black pepper, and I think one of the reasons why it is one of our primary spices on food, is that it actually aids absorption. This is why you see black pepper extract, or bioperine or bioperine, I'm not sure how you say it, in a lot of supplements these days, specifically supplements that tend to have poor absorption, such as curcumin extracts from turmeric. Curcumin is very poorly absorbed when it's by itself. Of course, whole turmeric extracts are very well absorbed because there's other things in turmeric that aid the absorption of the curcumin, as if the plant in and of itself has an innate intelligence and synergy to it. But nonetheless, the bioperine or black pepper extract really optimizes absorption. And this is really useful for food. A little goes a long way. This is a strong herb. I would say this is more in the 3rd degree category warming plant. Because enough black pepper can make you sweat. And so just a little goes a long way, but it really warms the stomach, aids digestion, aids absorption of the nutrients in the food that you're eating, which is really, really excellent. I love ginger as something to be incorporated into food. Fresh or powdered, of course, it works very nice in soups and stews. Works really great, obviously, in more of the types of dishes where ginger is traditionally used, such as in Thai cooking and things like that, curries and whatnot. Fennel is fantastic. I really encourage people to use fennel both in the kitchen and in your teas. We'll talk about a nice way to prepare a fennel tea for daily consumption in a little bit. Garlic, really hot herb, okay? So garlic is considered a 4th degree warming plant because it can blister your skin. If you take enough of it fresh, it can really kind of burn your stomach and be quite uncomfortable. Now, one of the things about garlic is that you actually need to oxidize it. Some of the compounds that are so beneficial in garlic are actually destroyed by heating. So when you're caramelizing onions and garlic in your pan with olive oil or butter, you're actually rendering the garlic less medicinal. So the preferred way to use garlic is fresh, and you want to crush it in your garlic crusher. Let it sit on the counter for about 15 minutes to allow, there's the sulfur compounds, allicin and allicin. There's conversions that need to happen by exposing it to the air. So it's best to crush your garlic, let it oxidize, and then add it to your food, preferably at the end, so it's not being actively heated and denaturing the medicinal effects of the garlic. Now, I love garlic. Eaten raw is a great way to do it. I know it can be tough for some people's systems. So one of the best ways to consume raw garlic is with honey. Honey is a really great corrigant for garlic because the sweetness of the honey balances the intense pungency of the garlic. The honey also, in a sense, buffers that intense heat of the garlic in the stomach, so it makes it a little gentler on the stomach. And it's a strong flavor, and the honey makes it taste nice. You can actually make really great garlic honey cough syrup as well. This is a great cough remedy, circulatory stimulant, digestive stimulant. I mean, the benefits of garlic are amazing. It's very easy herb to overlook because it's so common, but this plant is amazing food, amazing medicine. Don't forget it. And then all of your Mediterranean type spices, thyme, oregano, rosemary, sage. All of these herbs are really, really good to use in your food, seasoning, your roasted potatoes and your chicken and your meat and your lamb and your vegetables and whatever. Use these spices in your food throughout the winter. I especially love them in soups and stews with nice oily bone broths and lots of vegetables and good grass-fed lamb and things like that. Really, really good to include. Of course, stronger amounts of these, thyme and oregano especially are very antimicrobial, very antibacterial, good circulatory stimulants, carminatives, great expectorants for the lungs. As I mentioned earlier, rosemary, really great for cognitive function. So these are great herbs to include, warming herbs to include into your food and diet. And then turmeric, of course, fantastic herb and spice. Like ginger, sometimes people don't really quite know how to use it in the kitchen because it is a strong flavor. But I encourage people to experiment. But of course, curries and soups and stews are a fantastic way to use turmeric, but also play around with it in just vegetable dishes. It is a really nice flavor to be used. But I find turmeric, I like ample quantities of turmeric that sometimes are hard to get in your food. So it's nice to use in your food, but I also think you can get the most benefit from turmeric by using it in larger, more herb quantity doses.